Okay, we are live, guys. We just give an opportunity for those at home to actually watch, share this broadcast wherever you are. Do watch parties. Tonight, I've got two guests in the studio with me here. We're going to be discussing concerning dating.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Let's talk about dating.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm in. Please tune in right now, and it's just gonna be awesome.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Pastor Chirume. Tonight we're going to be talking about dating. Is there something that is called Christian dating? And how does that differ in terms of cultural expectations and Christian expectations, if there is anything of that sort? So tonight I'm joined by two ladies, two beautiful ladies. One is coming all the way from Dubai, and her name is Gloria Chidabayenzi.
Hello.
Hi, Glo.
Hi,
Can you greet?
sis. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How is Dubai today?
Dubai is awesome. Dubai is awesome.
Okay. I'm also joined by all the way from Cape Town. You're joined by Sinaz Smooth. How are you, Sinaz?
I'm blessed. And how are you all doing?
Powerful. Thank you so much. So, ladies, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We just have to let's go. Maybe we need to define the term dating. When we talk about dating, what exactly are we saying? Maybe I'll start with you, Sinazo. What is dating? Because we want tonight to discuss dating in the Christian context and dating in the cultural context. What do you understand by the term dating?
All right. Thank you so much for the wonderful question. As I've been introduced, Nazo. So, according to my understanding, dating is a process or stage in life whereby you are getting to know the person whom you are interested to do relationship with. So that is what we call dating. So you will be meeting up, we call that and you'll be meeting up with a potential partner, you know what I'm saying, whether in a restaurant or anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I understand dating.
Okay, I think we have lost one of our guests here. I think she's gonna be coming. So I'm not gonna ask you whether you are in a relationship or you are not. But if you're free, you can actually tell us if you are in a relationship. And okay, thanks so much. I think Glo is now back. Welcome back, Gloria. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you clearly.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, to those who are watching from home, please, we are inviting you to be part of this discussion tonight. So please, in the comment section below, make sure you say something. What do you think about dating? What is it that you know or understand about dating? If you have any questions, if you have any contribution, so feel free. Let's talk. Gloria, what do you understand by the term dating? When we say dating, what comes into your mind?
You are putting me on the spot. Dating. For me, dating really is because I think I'm now in my 30s and being 34, and then you tell me about dating, I feel like it's child's play. I feel like it's just nonsense, an excuse to just have fun, waste each other's time. So my bad. I think dating is just uh, childhood drama that we do and that we accommodate, and society just thinks it's okay to date. It's nothing serious.
Okay, girls. I think we just want to make this a bit clear to those who are joining us, to those who are at home, and so that our conversation will be very, very simple and very clear, even to everyone who is watching. Let's define dating as relationship. We want to talk about a relationship of two people who are Christians and a relationship of two people who are not Christians. What is it that is expected in a relationship? Let's say I meet a young girl, I ask her out, and we are dating. That's what we want to define dating as. There we are going along with our relationship. What are the expectations of culture, and what are the expectations of the church? Should we date? Let's say I'm going out with Glow today. How long does it take for us to start telling people about our relationship? Should we involve the pastor from the onset of our relationship? So let's take dating from that perspective. Are we together, ladies?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Sinazo, let me know. I know you have a class that is waiting for you. Tell us what exactly revolves around dating, according
All
to
right.
your own perspective.
All right. Thank you so much. So first of all, I'm 24 years. So my expectation and my assumption will totally differ from that of Gloria's. So number one, I want to add from your question, Pastor, that there is a society expectation, there is a church or a Christianity expectation, and then there is a cultural expectation. So in the society in South Africa, when people are dating, we just expect them to have sex, we expect them to entertain each other, to buy each other flowers and all that, and it just ends there. It does not have any beginning and any end. It does not have any um there's no introduction, there is no body, there is no conclusion. We are just having fun, we
Okay,
meet.
did I hear you correctly? Can you please rewind a bit? Did I hear you? Did I hear you correctly? You say there are no limitations. You are just having fun. Or you
That is
talked
the
about the S word. You talked about the S word there. Are you saying people get involved during a time of dating? What are the limitations there, according to your cultural perspective?
No, you did not hear me correctly. I am this now, at this moment, I'm explaining to you our society expectation. Then I will move on to cultural expectation. Then I will move on to our Christian life expectation, right? So I was saying that where I am in Cape Town or in South Africa, from a general point of view, when people are dating, it's just them having a relationship, and obviously they exchange they entertain each other. There is a sexual entertainment in between, and it does not have any direction. There is no opening, there is no closing. You will only be lucky, or I don't know how to put it, when a guy say, I get girl, I want to marry you, or once whatsoever. I want to grow with you and all that. I'm gonna now move to my cultural dating. Okay, I'm Xhosa. So in my culture, basically, back in the days, you there was a thing of a guy, he would be chosen a wife, before they could actually engage in a serious relationship or in marriage. The people would come, you know what I'm saying, and try to connect the two. These days they call it a hookup. You know what I'm saying? So in my community there would be something called a hookup, and then but then, even though it was a hookup, the lady did not have any choice. If the parents have decided that Nazo is going to marry from Umthembu clan, she did not have any choice, you know what I'm saying. But these days in my culture, if you are dating somebody, your uncles or your dad will always remind you, we are expecting income, which is cow, which is ilobola. The expectation is that if you are seeing a guy, it must lead to a marriage. And most of the time, they will ask you, what are your goals? Why are you in this relationship? What is he doing? What did he say and all? So in my culture, it is expected that you date someone for marriage. And most of the time, they encourage us to not exchange our sexually or the intercourse. Sorry, my English sometimes may just be too much or too less, but I'm still very present in the conversation. Then I move on now to our Christian dating, where I am right now. There is no such thing as Christian dating where I am. If you are seeing a lady and you are interested, you go straight to the pastor to tell, I'm interested in her. However, it's becoming more interesting. Personally, I don't expect a guy to rush to my pastor before the guy speaks to me. So most of the time now, people started doing this thing on the side, the dating on the side, because it was just an awkward thing for you, pastor, to come to my pastor and say, hey, you know what, I want a moment to speak with Snazo. I love him. And when I go, I don't even know your name. I don't know where you come from. I've never seen you in life. And you're like, hey, girl, may I please marry? So these days, they're also doing dating in my church. But what happens now, the pastor advised us that if you want to do a dating, let the other party not know that you want to date them. Try to get closer to them, maybe through a family, an honest friend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just to try to understand what she is doing. And then afterwards, once you decide that you are into her, you can go to the pastor. Did I summarize it nice?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try to come in here. I know Sinazo, you have okay. So guys, those who are watching at home, I'm seeing citizens of James Mbawa, Angela Moriro. I don't know that one. FC and she is saying nice. He or she is saying nice point, Sister Sinazo. Thank you so much. I'm seeing also Theo. Thank you so much for joining us. So the thing is, people are saying there's nothing called Christian dating. They say Christians don't date, but in Christianity we use the term courtship. This happens in preparation for marriage. I don't know. So by using the term dating, this is a well-known term. Everybody knows what to date is. It's where two people meet in a certain place at a certain planned time. That's dating generally, according to the dictionary term. So tonight we are saying, I have met a beautiful lady. I love her. What are the steps that I take in order for me to build a relationship that will lead to marriage? Should I first go to the pastor and say, Pastor, I've seen Sinazo, she's a beautiful lady, I love her. Then the pastor will hook us up, or we go what in Zayoja they call masofa. Or I straight away go to the lady, talk to her, and we start seeing each other. And in our seeing each other, what are the limitations? What is it that we should do and what is it that we should not do? And we should talk to the pastor after we have started seeing each other. For how long? That's the topic there. Glow, maybe I should call you. I can hear there's some background noise from your side. That's why I was muting your mic. Your mic is on right now. Can you just a comment on that one as we wait for other people to give their comments on the comment section there? Talk to us,
Okay,
Glow.
now can you hear me clearly without the noise? You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Interesting points there, Sinazo, and allow me to say that for me, like I said, dating, then I like to use a Shona word. It makes the whole thing so light. I believe as Christians, we are supposed to do courtship because the goal and the vision is marriage. It will help us to have a certain look at the whole thing. Number one, the aspect of wasting each other's time and then wasting each other's bodies. When we look at it as marriage goal, it becomes more serious. That's what I think. And where I come from, okay, what they do is normally people, if you like me and then you want to date me, you go straight to me and you tell me, Glow, I think I like you. I want to get to know you. And can we be friends? And we started from there. If I think it's a good idea, I can say, okay, we can be friends. It's fine. Then as time goes on, we see, I'm starting to feel things and my heart is starting to beat so fast when I see this lady and all that. You can go to the pastor and then say, me and Glow have been friends and all, and I think we want to take this a step further. But now the reality is that normally people will start feeling things and then start doing things before they get to the pastor. And that's when you realize people then maybe expectations are not met. If you sleep together, maybe that things didn't go so well. Then you feel like I'm not feeling this thing anymore. Then people get to, get on each other's path. Then that thing goes, and that one has got wounds, and there's so much bitterness around that kind of dating. So I've come to think that the safer way is this one that these people do, this church called Toward the Tree.
Okay,
That you
so
like
I'm just
someone.
trying to check my internet here. Snazo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You hear me? Uh-oh.
Yes, I hear you.
Glow, you are hearing Glow? Or no?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. We back? Are we back?
Let us wait for him to tell us if we are back. I think he's got some network issue.
Okay. So let me just go on with my point. So what I was saying is normally the one of going to the pastor straight before you try to go to the person and see them get friendly and all these things happen that can entangle you. It's safe. It's safe, though many don't condone, because maybe you go to the pastor and then the next thing the chief does not agree. The walk at church is no longer easy. The interaction is no longer easy. But I feel this is the safer way. Why? Because at least, there's that self-control, there's that restraint. There are things that you will have control about, not to do, because the church elders know about this thing. Elder, we can't put elder to shame, and there are values that are instilled in that relationship from the onset. And like when we start our own friendship on our own, on a lighter note, I feel like there are more disadvantages than good that can come out of going straight to the person.
Wow. Wow. That was
Pastor. Uh-huh.
I want to from a different point of view. I just want to bring on something to according to just my understanding and my own thinking in this particular part of my life. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So personally, I think the thing of going to a pastor, it will not work for me. And I want to believe that if I'm getting myself into a relationship with you, it is not a church thing. It is me and you. We are getting into marriage. This is what I want to know before I get into a relationship with you. First of all, when you come to me, be clear from get-go. I want to marry you. You know what I'm saying? I want to marry you. Or I
Okay.
don't know, but he might just tell me he wants to marry me. And these questions I'm going to ask him before I even ask why. I want to know, does he have lobola? When does he want us to get married? 3, is he ready? If I say yes, is he ready to introduce me to his family? Yeah, and then afterwards, is he ready to go to Mpunis? Because the thing is, if I tell him no, my brother, and story say, for whatsoever reasons, it must just end there between us. Maybe he can move on to pastor for counseling. I don't know. Because for me, it's just too much admin to always be going to a mission for a sofa conference. Like you're always going to. Sorry, this is just me and my. Then afterwards, if I say yes, I am interested, or I love you back, whatsoever way I'm going to respond. I don't know the language they use. I'm not yet there, Pastor. So,
Okay, guys, I think I'm having a problem with my network this side. I don't know if you can hear me. If
We
you
hear
can
you
hear me.
clearly. We
yes.
hear you.
You hear me clearly? Okay, I think I'm having problem. My Wi-Fi is down when I'm trying to use data. Okay, let's just see. Pastor Wangwe Takazara Vekutaipa Zvinyatsobude. Okay, James Mbara, if you can hear me, I want you to do this. My number is +2770786307543. That's my number there. 0786307543. You can send me a WhatsApp message on that number, and I'll send you a link so that you can come also on the program. There is my number. It's a South African number. So if you are banning James, like you said, you're banning, please just WhatsApp me your just WhatsApp me right now and say, this is James. I'll send you a link so that you can get into the join. He is banning. Wherever you're watching from, we are talking about Christian courtship. People say they should not call it dating. Should we kiss then in that relationship? I haven't paid lobola. My pastor doesn't know you. My youth leader doesn't know you. Should we kiss? Lo, can I hear from you?
Okay. Biblically, no. Well, yeah, you should not kiss. Why are you setting yourselves up for disaster? You will probably entangle yourself, and then the next thing disaster happens. No.
But in your culture where you are from, do people do it or they don't do it? Are you coming from a Christian
Definitely.
perspective? Coming from a Christian perspective, or you're coming from a cultural perspective?
Um, Christian, they are still doing it, men of God. Christian, very sanctified, tongue talking, Bible quoting, spirit filled. They are still doing it. And also from the culture as well, it's not allowed, but people are doing it. They are doing it. We can't deny that. That's a fact.
Okay, people are doing it. What's your advice? What do you say as a 34-year-old mother of two? We have been there, done this, done that. What is your advice? What is your message then? When it comes to when you see two boys, when you see a boy and a girl walking in the street, you know they're in a relationship, they're enjoying themselves. What's your advice? What do you say? What's your comment?
Well, allow me to step in another office as I say this. I would advise them not to. Do you know why? Because when they do, they might lead themselves into the actual act, which is having sex. And from there, the next thing is heartbreak is inevitable, or pregnancy, or getting sick. There's HIV and AIDS. There is COVID also. So you will see that from the Bible itself. We see Joseph. Do you know why Joseph was able to say, no, I want to dismiss Mary, she's pregnant by something I don't know? It means they had not done anything. They had not kissed or compromised or get into this thing before time. So he was bold enough to say, I will not take responsibility of this. Rather, I will let her go and dismiss her in a good way, but I know I've not done anything. But then come to the present day age. If I then fall pregnant, we did all these things. Or even if we just kissed, and then I just decide, love, I'm pregnant for you and it's yours. There's no way you can escape from this. You will end up raising a child that is not yours because you did something. So I would say it's not good to do it because it safeguards you if anything happens. And you know, it's for me at my age, it's very easy for me to walk away from someone I've not hugged or kissed or done anything with. It's not very hard. I can just, okay, bye, because I lost nothing and you had nothing of me. My virtue is not lost with you. So you can go. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So the kissing, the touching, the physical thing mustn't be done because when you guys break up, there's that soul tie thing. Is that what you're talking about? Whereby because we have done something, it's not easy for me to leave you. Should that be the reason, or there should be a principle
No,
here?
no, no.
Okay, before I come back
No,
to you, Gloria, let me go to Sinazo. Let me go to Sinazo before I come back to you. Culturally, is it acceptable to kiss and touch before marriage? According to your culture, is it acceptable? Before we go to Christianity, but culturally, what does culture say? What does people around you in your community say?
Okay, cultural people here, they value purity a lot. They value purity. The culture values purity. They actually want us to get married still in our virgin, because they feel like it kind of expresses your value. You know what I'm saying? As a result, they always tease us and say you don't play with your father's cow. So in course, I would say that awudlali ngenkomo zikatata wakho, which means you have to keep yourself pure. So the issue of kissing now was never mentioned, but because kissing can automatically lead me. I mean, I'm a good kisser, maybe. Yeah, I want to believe, but my husband will know. So it's gonna actually really lead you there. And personally, I would say that in our culture, it is not expected for us to actually kiss, even though it was not explicitly stated, because they want us to keep the purity and the precious goods to ourselves. What time is it now? Sorry, I just want to confirm something.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Glow. I think we have lost Glow there. Okay. Someone is in class right now as we are doing our live, but I know he's coming in. Let me just get comments from those who are watching from home, or those who are watching. FC said, Songs of Solomon 8, chapter 8, verse number 4. Daughter of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desire. I think this is in line with what we're saying, where we are saying, what is it that should not be done when people are still not married? What is it that should be done during a time when you are actually having your relationship and planning towards marriage? So I think we are all agreeing to say that keep your hands to yourself, keep your mouth to yourself. Those hands, that mouth, they should not touch each other before the cows exchange hands. Are we still together, Sinazo?
Yes, I am.
I think Charity Rujeko is also saying we should set boundaries. Who set these boundaries? As Christians, we should set boundaries that will guide and protect us from heartbreaks, amongst other things. When boundaries are set, don't compromise. Stick to them. Protect your heart. Moyo unoda kuchengetedzwa. Issues of life come out of it too. That's powerful. That's powerful. Okay. Someone is still crying. James is still crying. Maybe you didn't hear what I said. Okay, James, what I'll do is I'll simply post this link. I'll post a link in the comment section there. Click that link and get straight into the studio. There's a link that I've just posted there. It's appearing there, James. Please click on that link and it will lead you straight to the studio so that you can give us your thoughts. What is it that you're banning? So make sure you click that link there in the comment section below. Just fill in a few details and click where it is written enter studio. We seem to have lost Gloria Chidabayenzi. So at what age should I get into a relationship according to you, Sinazo?
When you're ready, I don't think age is an issue, because sometimes a person.
So I can be ready at 40. I can be ready at 16. I can be ready at 16. Can I be ready at 16?
No. But
so at what age?
It depends to what you have been exposed.
Okay,
to.
you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
It depends to what you have been exposed to in life. It could happen that maybe we can. Personally, let me just say 18 and above. That is just my personal recommendation. However, you could still decide to marry at 16 and do well in marriage. So just personally, from a personal assumption, if you are matured enough and you know what you're getting yourself into, your parents are involved and everyone is there, including yourself. I want to trust that you are ready for it. However, one thing I must add.
So you're saying, okay, yes, you can add.
Before I leave, because I'm going to exit now, I have a class. It is very important, really, to look at your resources and that of another partner when you're going to get married. You know, at age 16, I'm thinking, where are you in life? Are you running a business? What is going on? Because the truth of the matter is that once you marry, because I want to believe that our conversation is that dating leads to marriage. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have kids. You would want to have your own house. You know, so you need money and resources. So I want to add that also be financially ready when you want to get married. The financial level or the amount that you need to have, it may only be measured by maybe your status of life or whatsoever. But just have an eye from that perspective.
Okay, so you're saying you don't have, when you talk about maturity, you're also talking about things, the resources. Do you have the resources? Or you only have the sexual desire that's pushing you to get into a relationship? What is it that is pushing you to a relationship? So age doesn't matter. As long as you feel that you have acquired enough resources to sustain the both of you, and as long as you feel you understand what marriage is, then you can get into a relationship. But can that happen at the age of 18? Maybe I come from a rich family where my parents has just left most of the things in my hands. I have a car at 18. I have a house at 18. But can we call that maturity when all the resources are there?
Thank you so much. Paul, when he writes, he says that anyone who's burning with passion, they must just get married. It's so unfortunate he does not explain the how in between. But his first step, according to my understanding, is that if you're burning with passion, get married. So from my personal perspective to come into this topic, I'd say this. The issue of relationship is not an issue of money. You can't say just because your parents left you an inheritance, then you are ready to get married. You are matured enough to get married. It should start from a personal understanding and a personal decision to say that I want to get married. You need more knowledge on the topic. And I want to challenge somebody here, including myself. I am not married yet, but let us get those books, you know what I'm saying, that talks about marriage. Let us also try to understand from people that are already married. As in, like, what is it that they got into themselves into? So personally, I think that you need to have your own purpose and your own reason why you want to get married. And I think that is the origin. That is where we will origin or to source, you know, the main or the major reason of getting ourselves into marriage. Finances and resources are just things that should come to support the union, what we are getting ourselves into. They are just supporting us. You know, otherwise, if it was possible to do marriage without a house, we could be able to understand. But because we are still on earth, I believe we still need the physical house.
Okay, that's powerful words coming from someone who is not married. Really explaining. So, okay. How many minutes do I have with you? How many minutes can I do I still have with you? Whilst I'm still waiting for Gloria to come back, and I'm also still waiting for James Mbala, who is also bending. I'm not sure where he is. If you are watching from home and you want to be part of this discussion, there is a link in the comment section below, the link that is appearing right now on my screen. Just go to the comment section, click on that link, and you will join me right in this studio. Sinazo, how many minutes do I have with you?
I'm giving you 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, in 3 minutes. Okay, in 3 minutes. What advice would you give to a young man who wants to approach you? There's a young man out there who is saying, now I'm burning with passion and I want to come and approach Sinazo. What advice are you going to give him so that he will win your heart? What are your expectations? 3 or 4 questions that you ask the young man before you say yes.
The questions that I'll ask you are questions from my side, trying to understand whether or no you know your story. Before I go to the question, know your story, know your name, be a person who is not easily shaken. You know, I am not a very tall person. I am not a thin, you know, I'm kind of rich in the body. You know, I have a confidence in myself. Nobody can change it. You know, that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a person who's original. Be yourself, man. Don't come along and try to reflect TD Jakes. You know, also just be a human to me. You can go pray to God because I'm Christian, darling. But when you approach
Just
me,
be original. I think, Mr. Let me just cut you short there. I know we are left with 1 minute. You're left with one. I just want to say, Mr. James Mbab, I can see you there in the studio. Can you just put your phone on portrait mode? Put your phone on portrait mode, Mr. James. I can see you in the studio there. Before I add you to the broadcast, just put your phone in portrait mode. Put it on auto rotate. Then just twist the phone. Exactly, I can see that you're coming perfect. I'll just add you just now. So Sinazo, your last 2-3 words. I know because of time, because of those online lessons, we have to leave you. What were your last words? Your last words in just a minute.
Okay, everyone and anyone who's watching us, whether you are married or whether you are not married, be yourself always in life, you know, because it is easy. You can always learn from your mistake, and it is so nice when someone loves you for who you are. Just all the time, be yourself. Number 2, pray a lot. Go to God. Be a person who will be able to Google in the spirit and find out what is going on with the snazo. One thing I've learned so far, Pastor G, is that, you know what, when I pray about you, it is easy for me to connect with you because God will reveal some things to me about you. You know, have a vision in life, have a purpose, know why you are living, know why you want to marry this person. How does the person fit into your whole life story or into your whole life plan? Moreover, in closing, God loves you more than you can ever think, and that you can never push away. You will always be very important to God. So whenever you're approaching someone, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job application, make sure that you involve God and approach with the attitude of saying, God loves me. You need that attitude. You will do well, my brother. Do well, my sister. I am dying. I am dying. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you, and I have to leave you. I'll see you just soon after class. Make sure you get in touch with me soon after class. Thank you so much. It has been nice. Okay, I'm seeing. Oh, James just disappeared before I brought him. Before I brought him, James just disappeared. Maybe you'll come back, but I have to leave you. Okay, to those who are watching from home, please. Okay, James is back. I can see he's back. I can see he's back. Okay, Mr. James, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think he's having network problems. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, we can now hear your voice, but we can't see you. Can you please activate your camera so that people can see? Yes. Say, how are you?
Right. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Hello, we can hear you. We can hear you. Those at home, if you can hear you, please just let me know. Let us know. Let us know. Can you hear us? Okay, we can see him, we can hear him. Maybe he can't hear us, but I think he has got a banning. He says he's banning. He really needs to put up a point. Let me just text him so that he can we can hear you. To those who are watching at home and you feel you have something to say, you have something to add, to those who are watching from home, if you feel you have something to say, please just click on the link that is in the comment section below, and you can also be part of this conversation.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Somebody could just say something so that I can know if I'm connected or
we can hear you.
not.
Unfortunately, I think I have to let him go for the meantime. If you have a comment, please let us know. We are talking about Christian dating. I think a lot of you have been saying there's nothing called Christian dating. Mr. Mbaba, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we have been hearing you all the time. Can you please go ahead? Just go ahead. Take the floor. Give us your comment. Give us your comment.
I can. Yeah, but it's breaking. But let me just try to contribute. Firstly, say we want to correct the impression that says Christian dating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Network problems again, but we will just try to be patient. If you're watching from home, if you're at home, the thing is, there's nothing called Christian dating. That is what a lot of people have been saying. So they're saying Christians don't date, but they enter into courtship, and this is a period where two people are getting to know each other before they tie the knot. So in this show tonight, we are discussing and what are the things that should be done whilst the two people are getting to know each other. That from that day you say I love you, and the other partner says I love you too, then you are in a relationship. Yes, I'm hearing people saying it's not dating. But according to the general dictionary definition, dating is whereby two people agree to meet, talk, plan things together. That's how the dictionary defines dating. But so in your dating or in your relationship, what are the expectations? What is expected of you in your relationship? What is it that you should do, and what is it that you are not supposed to do? Let me kick out Mr. James out of the studio for now. I think he will connect again. So if you're at home and you feel you have a comment to make, a correction to make, we are left with about 10 more minutes. Two of my guests tonight, I understand Gloria all the way from Dubai. She's having some connection problems with her data. Sinazo has gone for lessons. I think courting should not take too long to avoid unnecessary issues. That is FC commenting there on YouTube. Courtship should not take long to avoid unnecessary issues. That's true. There are a lot of things that happens during courtship. From my advice, this is from my own perspective. Why do you date if you're not yet ready to get married? Why do you get in a relationship when you're not yet ready to get married? Because the sole purpose of getting to know someone is because you want to get married to the person. So if you take 2 years in a relationship, what will you be doing in the 2 years? What exactly will you be doing? Talking about the weather, talking about the lockdown, talking about politics. What exactly will you be talking about in the 2 years? So if you get into a relationship and in your relationship you are not talking about marriage, then I don't know what kind of relationship you are. If you think, if you feel that I'm wrong, please just let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? How long should people be in a relationship before they get married? 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, some even 3 years. Okay, Ms. James is back. Let's try one more time. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Perfect. Your network is fine. Okay, maybe just introduce yourself. Where are you? Where are we watching you from?
I'm actually in Kuwait.
You're in Kuwait. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
100% Zimbabwean.
You were actually correcting the term dating. You said in Christianity there's no dating, there's courtship, right?
Yes. Let me start from there. Like, if we say it's Christianity dating, I was saying that's when
Okay.
we are actually trying to comfort ourselves with the worldly things. There is courtship in Christianity, because dating involves sex, dating involves
Okay.
hugging, dating involves all those dirty things or things that are done in marriage. That's dating. Because why? It's taken lightly. It's taken lightly.
Okay.
But two, I want to correct on the issue of being in a relationship. Firstly, I believe that the first motive that one must get into a relationship for is marriage.
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship for the sake of having fun, it's no longer, don't include the word Christianity on that. Because
you are dating. You are dating. You are
you are
dating.
dating. You are an elder wegu church or a deacon wegu church. The fact that you are doing that for fun, because the main motive is marriage.
Yeah, that's true. I think we were using English for the sake of one of our guests, but she's gone for classes.
Okay.
We can actually just get
Okay, I'll still continue even in English, because what I'm saying is, no matter your position in church, when you are falling in love with somebody for the sake of having fun, you have missed it. You are no longer doing a Christian activity, because you have got hidden agendas behind that. You have got an agenda. The agenda might be, maybe you want to sleep with this person, maybe you want to benefit something from this person. But as for me, in Christianity, I look at courtship, and there is something that Glo said previously, that there was a criteria, even at our church we do that, whereby before you even go to the person to approach her that you like her, you must visit the pastor. Why visiting the pastor? The reason why a lot of youngsters or youth doesn't like that is because they'll expose themselves. Why am I saying so? Because once you go to the pastor, it means that you're serious. Once you go to the pastor, it means that it's serious business.
Okay.
And the reason,
for the benefit of those, maybe one of those people who might not understand that criteria, I love Glo. I don't go to her. I go to the pastor first. How does it work? I go to the pastor first.
Right. The first reason why you go to the pastor knows his children in and out better than anyone else in the church, better than the friend of that person. The pastor knows the person spiritually, and you might not know that. What if maybe this sister is under prayer programs whereby they are praying for her for certain things to stop happening so that she can get married, and you just want to get involved? Maybe they are fighting maybe the pastor is fighting battles for this sister, maybe the pastor is fighting battles for this brother, and all of a sudden you just want to barge into the picture. You end up being a victim of demons.
Yay. So it's actually to protect you as a guy, and also
to protect both parties, the guy and the lady. Two, the pastor might not know how many people this might know how many people are after this sister or after this brother. So you going to the pastor, you are actually seeking clarity and divine protection. But also, I want to correct my fellow brothers, because we have a tendency of believing that going to the pastor or going to the man of God, it's actually a license, or it's a virtue that the lady must not say no. No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Going to the pastor is not a license for the lady not to say no. She has the right to say no to you.
Okay. But now, there are no demerits when it comes to the issue of me going to the pastor first when I love somebody. Because I know of a guy who went to the pastor 3 times, and all the girls are saying no. Now, it's so embarrassing. Every time you try to approach a lady, you go to the pastor, and the pastor will be like, come on. This is the third time. Should you continue the fourth, fifth time going to the pastor? Or now we have to do the shortcut. You see someone that you love, you go to the girl first, you communicate, you tell it. But there is a church principle. We need to adhere to it. But let's try to agree first here, the two of us. After that, then I'll go and try to go to the pastor so that at least we get the endorsement from the church, you know. And they know demerit. When I just have to go to the pastor.
Okay, let me respond and saying the reason why it's called a gift or a present, it's because there's something within that you must not see before opening. And going to the person straight away, it's a shortcut, and anything can happen anytime, any soon. And by so doing, having a shortcut is not a good way, in the sense that there is no protection, there's no divine protection, anything can happen. You might be like what I said before, you might be a victim of demons that this lady or this brother is fighting back home, or whatever they are praying for. You might be a victim of that. You might be actually the offering, the scapegoat for that. You offer yourself to that. So I think, yes, there are demerits, but I believe any lady or any guy who doesn't want to go through that is a suspect. That's number one. Because what gives you the strength or the guts not to go to your father if he's your father? It's because it means that there is something hidden that you don't want people to know about. So I believe going to the pastor is actually a safeguard. It's actually safe for both parties. We have a divine protection.
Just because of our time, we have less than 5 minutes to go. But I'm finding this comment interesting. Some pastors, no, man, they need God. There are some pastors who are enemies of progress. There are some pastors who are enemies of progress. Actually, talking from myself, from experience, you know, when you're a junior pastor and you're getting into ministry, you do have elder pastors. You see as brothers, they've got their wives. We call them anamai guru and the stuff. They also see you, and they want to connect you to someone they evil. You know, so there are also dangers whereby I go kuna mfundisi ndichida mskana of which that lady mfundisi vakatarisira kuti achadana naningi. You know, then don't they are enemies of progress. Before, when you go there, they actually say no, not that one, not that one, not that one. Okay, we are having Gloria is saying she's struggling to log in. Keep on trying, Gloria. When you are on, I'll see you in the studio. I'll just add you. We are left with about this is 8 minutes to. We are left with about 8 minutes. So, what's your comment on those pastors who are enemies of progress?
Yeah, let me say this: whoever commented that is very right. But then, pastors, you also need God's grace for you not to intervene in these issues. Because if you are a man of God and you have that mentality that Sister Grace must date Brother James, or Brother James must date this one and this one and this one, you are now taking the part of God in this whole process. Yet your part is to be an intercessor, or is to be a steward, to look after, not to take over. That's the difference between a steward and the owner. A steward, you are just taking care of something. So as pastors also, we need to have that grace from God, that you don't get your feelings involved or your perspective involved. All you need to do is to pray for the two parties, the man or the girl.
So it's more like, as a pastor, you are there to give advice, not to decide for the people.
Yeah, you don't have the right to decide.
But you know, in our churches today, as a pastor, personally, as a pastor, 4 years in ministry, I've had an experience where you actually see from your own congregants that this one is just a package of trouble. You know, then this brother comes now to say, Pastor, please, I want your prayers concerning this sister. And you feel that you still need some time with this sister so that at least she can be, you know, because sometimes what attracts these guys is facial, you know, the physical looks, but we should not say what that lady is not mature. Now when it comes to me giving advice to the guy, no kunzi ipapo manje mfundisi vafundisi vanokucherera pasi. They would like yo use akaipa zvemunhu, paint the girl, you know.
But like what I'm saying as well, sometimes it's not a matter that they are enemies of progress, but they are telling you the truth. But the problem with us as Christians or as young people, we don't want to hear the raw truth. We want sugar-coated words.
That's true.
We want to hear those words like, I'm sorry, I'm going to use your names. Chimwana ichi chakabatana, it's chirbo. Munoenderana mwanangu. This is a couple. Those are the words that we want to hear. But if you are matured enough, you expect anything from the pastor or from the lady. You expect to hear a yes or a no. Because like what I said, your pastor knows better than you. Though, yes, we've got some pastors, they also like that lady. Yeah, like youth pastors, he's expecting to go for that lady. Then you go to him and say, I want this lady. He's an enemy of progress. You actually put your hands in the in the wrong hands. But I believe also,
yes,
to finish up,
to wrap up the thing, I'll just give you to close. Just 2 minutes. Just prepare something to close in just 2 minutes. The thing is, we are agreeing that Christians don't date, because by merely saying dating, we are saying let's have fun, no limits. Let's sleep together. There's
no limits.
That's dating. But when we are saying courtship is now the Christian way, where we are saying it's a time where we get to know each other. And you are saying the best thing is for you to approach the pastor, talk to the pastor. And why uchida kuita unge uchidrive unge gonye rinoda kufambiswa nekunze kwetown uchingovigwa unge kaputsapo kembanje. Yeah, when it's a genuine relationship, make sure people get to know about it, because the moment the guy who is approaching you, kuva clear panamfundis, that's a red flag on its own.
That's a red flag, yes.
Okay, so I think we need to take this conversation on some other time. We reschedule because we've faced a lot of things, distractions along the way. So maybe I'll just give you 2 minutes to just wrap up the subject, as I also get to check on the comment section if you can have something that you can also comment on.
Okay, I can say just to wrap up, firstly, the intention of a relationship must lead to marriage. Don't go into a marriage to a relationship if you're not ready for that commitment, because marriage is not a minute made, it's a lifetime commitment. It's the only school or the only education where you learn every day after you get a certificate. 2, don't get into a relationship if you are not matured enough, because relationship is not a child's play. It's a commitment of building one another. It's all about building one another, understanding one another, the shortfalls, the weaknesses, and making the best out of that person, rather than because once you get into a relationship with wrong intentions, it won't be easy for you, and it will be like a walk in the park. Then all of a sudden everything goes off. 3, to the ladies and to the guys, be independent financially. Once you are financially independent, you won't be dependent on somebody when it comes to relationship. The reason why most relationships are not strong and solid enough is because one part is being seen as a financial breakthrough and the other part is seen as a beneficiary. You must be financially independent. By so doing, you have your say. Your yes will be a yes, your no will be a no. Lastly but not least, both parties must be prayerful and be serious. Don't go into the yards that you're not ready to dig. Don't do things that you're not ready for. I think being prayerful is not being holiness. Being prayerful is actually different from being holiness, but you need to be prayerful, because not all of us are meant for marriages, and not all of our backgrounds support marriages. Some, they support divorces. So you need to be prayerful. You need to be strong in prayer and understanding that it's all about battles, because what the devil doesn't like is what God loves. What am I saying by so doing? God hates divorce, but the devil likes divorce. So when two people think of getting together, you are actually signing an agreement with the devil for a battle. So you need to be prayerful before you get married. I think that's all I can say. Otherwise, we'll spend the whole night.
Okay, just wait there. Just wait. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Okay,
don't go
so,
anywhere. Just
okay,
wait
I'm
there.
here.
Just wait there. Okay. Thank you so much for to those who are watching from different places, different areas. I'm seeing a lot of people saying we need to do this again. We need to continue this discussion. I'm so happy I've learned a lot of things today. If you have learned also, or if you are just joining us, please just watch the rebroadcast. I would like to thank my guests tonight. They ended up being 3 guests. Sinazo Sibuta, you can follow her on Facebook. Your Facebook page is Sinazo Sibuta. You can also follow Gloria Chidawayenzi. Oh, Sinazo is also here. She's saying, I'm back. It seems this conversation want to go on and on, but I think let's do it some other time. I love you so much, and I know you love me too. Let's meet again. For now, it's goodbye from me. I'm Pastor Chirume. Please share this broadcast and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Godwin Chirume. You have a blessed night.
Thank you, sir.